Hello, this is Pavel from RankWyz. I continue to update our members with the progress we make with reworking RankWyz, essential the base components of blogging automation submission. And for those who think that it is never-ending updates, so we have a fixed plan on what we need to do. And today is the next step in our update, and I expect that will be a very exciting update for many users. It is about RankWyz LinkProfiles. So before, a little bit about a legacy functionality, link set functionality. This is our link set form, and we developed a lot of link sources, like so-called link sources. You can pass URL or RSS sitemap, and this was probably one of the most complex, but the most powerful part of our link generation. So you can specify primary keyword, secondary keyword, prefixes, generic keywords, naked links, and options for follow, no follow. And if I go to submission, in the link section and enable links, so we have up to 5 link sets to be embedded in the submission, and for each link set we have a variety of options of how to place, where to place the link, how many, what percentage, and then second. So then you can create a link set for your own link, for interlinking, for authority links. This definitely a complexity to be reworked. It's very confusing, but at the same time, it is. This complexity gives a lot of flexibility of define the anchor strategy as one wanted. So we have multiple link sources, fine-grained anchor control, multiple link sets per submission, and a variety of placement options. And now, how to integrate links with the new RankWyz? So, well, can we do it on the submission level? So, like, this is our new submission, and we made a great job of making it simple. So I select the source of the content and how to post it, and here we go. I start posting it. Should I enter the new 5 link sets with gazillions options, so that it's not going to be any more simple? Then next step is probably will go to be on the content bucket. I can create a content bucket and specify links, and some of you probably seen that we had links configuration section enabled for authority, then removed because it didn't feel that it's a good, easy step. So we try to keep content bucket simple, and if we again if we add all of this and this, so, and again it's all complicated, and will become again geeks only page. So plus, if we put it in the content bucket, so it just breaks our idea for link submission, where the user can push links and select how to decorate it. You can see that the pre-work we did, so we started with a list of anchors, and then we just realized, well, that's so like 2009, when you need to just dump lint of our anchors, and we select it randomly. It just was the control of the anchor profile. Then we just created for a short period of time. You probably have seen the anchor profile, the idea of mixing together the different links, primary, the keywords, primary, secondary in the profile, still doesn't feel that it was like the right move. I'm just kind of telling the steps of what lead us to the decision we made. So we tried submission level, didn't like it. Contentment level. Now, so for a short time we introduced anchor profiles and ditched it because, again, so it didn't fill that. It covers all the functionality, so all the requirements we had covered before with the link set. So another option was to oversimplify it. So like it just, as I said, it's 2009 approach when you have like, okay, you dump your anchors and we just pick random. So it's just basically we step in like years and years back, and now every day everyone is preaching for the fine-grained anchor profile to be a very important part of the SEO success. And this is why today I introduce the component that I personally very happy with. So I think we like with all of our tries, we come up with a great component, link profiles, and I suspect that it will be well received because of how powerful it is. I go into new section, link profiles, and I create new profile. So you can see the one page screen where you have different lists: primary, secondary, generic, page title, naked URLs, naked links. So we have prefixes, suffixes, so we have options for formatting, and we have lists for URLs. So we'll be adding more. So let's say I'll show you examples. So like by default it's all primary keywords, and if it's enabled 100%, and I can I need to enable at least one URL, and now I can click preview and see the created links. So it's all with my home business keyword, all 10. Now I can enable secondary links. So let me copy and paste them and make it 50-50 with the home and the primary and secondary, and you can see the variety of the anchors created. I can copy and paste. I copy and paste prefixes. And let's say suffixes. Basically, this is random phrases that will be appended prior and after a keyword. And now I'll go back to 100% primary, and let's say I enable for 50% prefix and suffix. So even with one keyword, you already see the variety of the anchors created. So like, and if I do the same combination with primary and secondary, and both enable for prefix and suffix, so that will be pretty decent variation. So now I disable all of this, and I'll show other options for keywords. Generic keywords. And again, I'm pasting from the saved list. So if I go 100% generic, so that will be well, the keyword, the variety of keywords, like the anchors that we'll consider to be natural looking anchors on the web, and nowadays it should be no less than 30 no less than 30% of the anchors, like some people claim, and up to 50% of generic keywords. Well, and I believe that those who claim like 50% plus generic is just because they think in terms of two dimensions, like my keywords and generic keywords. If we have more variety, so you don't need to have generic to be at 50%, but still it should be substantial in your anchor distribution. I disable generic, and now I can see naked link. Of course, make it 100%, and this is the URL from the list. And we have page title, where the system goes and extract the actual title from the URL. So if now I will dump several URLs that are copied from Forbes, and so you can see that page titles of the actual URLs. Like, should I enable like 50% naked and 50%? So, and now like so we have 5 lists, and for the sake of the demo, I will enable them all to 20%, roughly 20%. And you see it's left like about 20% for primary keyword. And now I have combination in my anchor profile of the primary, secondary, generic keywords, page title, and naked links. It's pretty powerful. And should I enable prefix and suffix for, let's say, primary and secondary keywords, it creates another several dimensions on the variation of creation, variations of the anchor profile. Now, so I disable everything. So now, like, I will show you how easy it's now integrated with authority links. So I enable authority links. Select home business from predefined. Okay, there was a small glitch that was required me to save profile before I see authority links, which is not a big deal. So now I'm going back to authority links, make it to 100%. You see home business selected, and primary keywords 100%. And if you roll over, you can see that links are coming from sites mentioned in Google News just right now. So everything, the sites are on the home business topic in Google News, which there's no better way to tell to see authority sites in terms of Google and Google as like checking Google News. If I use authority links and 100% naked, so you can see actual URLs. And very powerful of enabling page title for authority links. So you can see actual titles for authority links. So going back to plain setup, let's say I will use primary and secondary keywords, because the next step is with all of the no matter how exciting it is, how cool this generation, the anchor generation and link generation page is, like, probably, like, the question would be probably what it is in for me, like how can I use it, how can this be useful. So we have now primary keywords and secondary keywords, and we have a notion of templates. Template is a configuration and a text snippet that will utilize tags that will allow you to fine-grain control of how to place links produced by the link profile. So to make it simple, that plain link template will create actual link. And I have resource box that creates, to learn more about home business as a prime keyword. To learn more about home business, visit link, one of these links. So if we go now to templates, so I have several ideas for link templates, and this is a plain link that you combine of tags, URL, and anchor. And there's a resource box where you can put combined spin tags with the primary keyword and link. You can use a pretty sophisticated inline snippet, and instead of randomly placing link that breaks the text flow, you can now use a small snippet where, like, you use your spin text with the link embedded. Some of the just random examples is read more when you say it, more buzz about primary keyword and list of links, about author. So where you say, like, when you put the avatar of the in a spin avatar and put the spin text about, like, avatar, primary, read more link. You can create linked image or banner where you put spin sources for your images and use, let's say, anchor for alt tag. If I go back to the screen and save the save this, like, I mean, so there's, look, there only so much you can do with the built-in templates, but the power of this new component link profile is that you can create your own link templates. There's available tags, and I already have pre-created mine. So for the sake of the demo, so I will use in addition to those two, I will have, let's say, banner. That's you can preview it here. It's a spawn images, and with the placeholder for link. The one I mentioned is read more or more buzz. I used random text from the business side, and spawn it and put the link placeholder. And I have one more. Basically, those are the same examples I used in the previous screen. That would be So I created quite a few templates. This is my view of the snippet, text snippet that can be used along with the profile. If I now go to profile, and you can see again, so like we have only primary keywords and secondary enabled. And I have not only system templates, but I have the ones I created. Let's say banner. So those are clickable link with my URL and the images. I just call it like, I mean, they're not aligned, so it's for a demo purpose. More buzz. So it's a nice snippet that could be placed at the bottom of the page and used for interlinking. More buzz about primary keyword and links from the based on the settings of the profile. Inline snippet is as expected, and it's just sentence, spun sentence, or a small set of text with my link embedded. And about author, creates nice, very nice looking, very professional, like a very natural looking snippet that could be placed at the bottom of the article with the you can spin the name, embed the primary keyword, link, or well, that's the next step. So now we have a profile, now we have a template, but still still the question is, well, what it is in, so like how it's connected to usage of this in the system. And now we'll go to content bucket, because this is where we have our the content defined, and I create a new bucket. Let's say I create home business, and I choose syndicated content, that the one where system will go and collect information all over from relevant sites. I choose the topic, home business. Save it, just plain text, and start it. So we have plain text, relevant, because it's all on topic of home business from the places home business compiled, and in order to make it unique. So if I stop it and delete unused articles, go back to settings, and now let's say and go to links option, and this is where you finally can apply your snippets to the text. Let's say if I go to the select my profile, you can rename it on the option pane, and it will be, let's say, home business, to make it easy to locate. And now I go to content, meal, we have content, home business, settings, links, enable, home business. And let's start with first one, banner. I'll place on the top and save. So now we have clickable link. Of course, like for your content, you will just have a better images. I just find few on the topic of like that from Google Images on work from home or home business, but it's now plugs in your images and integrate with the links based on your complex rules you set up on LinkProfile. well, stop, clean. And how about if we combine all of the snippets we created? Let's say inline snippet, snippet. I will put after random sentence, just basically in the middle of the text. About author, I'll put in the bottom. More buzz. Let's say I'll also do random or the bottom. So basically it will be more buzz, and after that about author. I save it. So there's no complex screen where you click of how many link sets you have. So if you feel to add one a link profile snippet, so you do one. If you have more, you create more, and you can see how plain text that was loaded from the internet becomes a pretty, like, if text is long to scroll, you can open it on the in the new tab, and you can see that you have banner, you have your snippet you want to put in. This is readable content, like that you want might be addressed to actual users. Then there is content that is coming from relevant site, that just syndicated content. Then you have more buzz snippet, and then you have author. So with the few clicks, you turn plain content that we before we called technical content, that is not intended to be for read for users. Now you turn it to be something that you can configure to you like with the text snippet, text profile, link profiles, to the point that it will become naturally interlinked and pretty nice laid out for the even users that might visit your page. So now we have the content set up, and now it's time go to actual submission. So now we have content. The content is ready, and we follow a simple submission path. So I go and I will create I want to post this content 50 times. I'm not going to spread it. I'm not going to use any like automatic backlinking, but you saw for the previous video, so you can send every link automatically for bookmarking. So I just want to post it 50 times. And of course I need to select the bucket that will be home business. So it started, so I didn't select any spread. So I have enough blocks in my network. So you can see that posts already created, and some that second later that content assigned to every post. So basically you can force some of them going into queue, but because there's no delay that they all about to start posting. And while they do that, I'll go back to content mill, and we'll show you so that exactly the same way you can do with other content sources. So if you think that syndicated content is not a good quality for you, so you can create content based from on the article builder. Oops. And this is how article builder content looks. So now I stop it. And enable I'm not going to do all of them because it's pretty much the same process, same idea, but what I'll show instead is you can enable built-in images or videos, or you can place your own video. Let's say I want to put it random. So now I have article builder content. I have my own video, and I have couple of LinkProfile snippets to be embedded. I save it. And you see the 5 articles created. If I click on new because it's too big for preview, you can see that you have a plain article builder article we retrieved that is just too boring to be considered any value to the readers. Now we have your snippet embedded, you have your YouTube video, and you have about author. So, and you guessed that if I stop and add more snippets, this time let's say I put it down to random to random paragraph, more bass, save it. We started, now I have 5, and if I preview them, you can see that I have my image and my video. I have interlinked to the links that are coming from my link profile. I have embedded inline snippet. I have about author. So this is something. This is our great step in toward of the more readable, more user-friendly content that you will not be shy to show if any visitors to your Web2 sites are coming, compared to the plain mashup that most of the modern content generation tools do. And if I go back to finalize the video, if I go back to well, none of the articles yet posted, so I just so there are like 3 that are posting in the queue, all other are scheduling. So but so we you got this is to demonstrate that how the process works. So we have now compiled readable content with all of the snippets, configure it, and we give you flexibility of defined very fine-grained anchor profile, and this is essential for modern SEO. Don't buy into the system that just ask you to dump several keywords into and they pick it randomly. claiming that this is how you create your very fine control distributed anchor, and we give you tool to create templates for layout, so you can create it to your liking. You can expand it with your HTML, your images, your view of the layout, and you can compile it all together into the content you will post on your blogs. This is the summary of setup process. You go and create new link profile. You use built-in or create your own link template. You enable link profiles in content mill, and you set up new submission and start posting. As I said, we retried, like many of you have seen that on a live system we were changing, testing different approaches for new linking while you're moving it from the old legacy submissions, legacy link sets. And as I said, so none of the approaches would make me happy. But finally, I'm really excited and really proud of link profiles. And I believe that there's no system on the market that gives you so much control of the your link profile and link anchor distribution. As always, I'm looking forward for your feedback, and thank you for watching, and thank you for using RankWyz.